You discussed Sonia Gandhi and how you had her patronage at certain points of time, but you also discussed that how you did not talk to her and Rahul Gandhi for a long time. At one instance you're saying that you had to actually call Priyanka Gandhi to wish Rahul Gandhi on your behalf, and then you wrote a note.
Yeah, I'll tell you about that. If you want to be successful in politics as an individual, you have to have a very strong base. Either you have a constituency where you're not defeated, or you're indefeatable, or you have a caste base, or you have a religion base. I had none of this. I only had patronage. I had the favor of Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. I then had the favor of Sonia Gandhi. But that's a very, very uncertain basis on which to be in politics. So when Sonia Gandhi got angry with me in 2010, I'll come to the reason why in a minute, that patronage got withdrawn, and yet not completely withdrawn, because at a personal level, I think she continued to have some affection for me. So it was a very slow decline, but it was a decline that took place over a period of about 15 years, that it slowly went down, and then once Rahul Gandhi came in, I thought it was going to go up, because he said to me that where he used to agree with me 75%, he said, now I agree with you 100%. And then proved that he agreed with me 100% by asking his mother to remove me from the only position I had in the Congress, which was as the national convener of the party's Panchayati Raj Sangathan, named after Rajiv Gandhi. And then refused to meet me, or most of the time refused to meet me. With the result that today I am completely isolated. So the very family that gave me the opportunity has now withdrawn that opportunity from me. The reason given is that I've had it all, and I have. I've been a member of parliament on the treasury benches. I've been a member of parliament on the opposition benches. I've been a minister. I've been out of the ministry and still an MP. So I've had it all. But at the end of the day, I am completely isolated in the party. And the party spokesman, Pawan Khera, made a statement in May this year in which he said that Mani Shankar Aiyar does not represent the party in any capacity whatsoever. Nothing has hurt me more. So I have only one capacity. I am one of 9,000 PCC members, 9,000 PCC members representing the town of Kumbagodam. That's all I have. And I'm not included in any body of the Congress party after having been a personal favorite, if you like, of Rajiv Gandhi's. So I've seen the spectrum. And the reason why I think I could be so easily put to one side is the same reason for which I could be so easily nurtured for the top. It is that I was not a politician. I was a maverick who had been brought in for the reasons of personal affection of the leader and put away for reasons of personal disaffection of the leader. So I had happened to meet Priyanka Gandhi, who had just come into politics at that stage. No, sorry, she hadn't yet come in. So I had happened to meet her, and she's always been very kind to me. So I gave her a ring when I was on my way to America, and I thought that since Rahul's birthday was in June, I could ask her to convey my greetings to Rahul. So she was a bit surprised. She said, why don't you write to him? Why don't you speak to him yourself? I said, I'm suspended, and therefore I can't talk to my leader. But she said, then how are you talking to me? And then she corrected herself. She said, oh, because I'm not in politics. So I said, yeah. And she said, well, all right, in that case, you write to him and send it to me, and I will pass it on to him. So we were going to see my daughter in America. So we took a Qatar Airways airline. And on the way to Doha, I wrote out a letter to, well, it was an excuse, birthday greetings in the first paragraph, and then asking the questions about my own position in the party. And I showed it to Sunit, my wife, at Doha airport, and she got infuriated. She says, "Why are you demeaning yourself like this? Why are you begging for what is your right? Don't you see that he's 30 years younger than you? How can you possibly make such a humiliation of yourself?" So I said, "All right, I'll change the draft." So on the flight between Doha and Boston, I rewrote my letter of greeting and showed it to her. And she said, don't you have any self-respect?" So I said, "All right." And I tore up the second draft. Then I wrote the third draft in Boston. And she said she wouldn't even see it. So I sent it off as it was. But I never got an acknowledgement. However, in August that year, one of his aides called K. Raju came to see me in this very room and said to me that a decision has been taken to suspend your suspension on Rajiv Gandhi's birthday. But 2 days before that, a notice was issued, and my first information that I was back in the Congress was when I saw Rajdeep Sardesai showing that notice from the AICC on television. And after that, I've had one long session with Rahul, but for 10 years, I was not given an opportunity of meeting Sonia Gandhi one-on-one. I was not given an opportunity, except once, of spending any meaningful time with Rahul Gandhi. And I have not spent time with Priyanka, except on one occasion, no, 2 occasions, and she comes on the phone to me. So I'm in touch with them. So the irony of my life is that my political career was made by the Gandhis and unmade by the Gandhis. And I take it that this is what happens. And the reason they've advanced, and one that I'm unable to accept, is that I'm too old. Well, in age terms, I am 84, and I was 44 when I joined Rajiv Gandhi. So 40 years have passed of grace, and now of disgrace, if it's disgrace. But it's not. I've got used to being out of the party. I'm still a member of the party. I'll never shift. I never will shift. And I'll certainly not go to the BJP. But these things happen, and one has to learn to take them in one's stride.